Hey you guys, it's Danny.
And I am Hunter.
And today we are here. We want to talk about healthy habits going into 2021.
Now, you guys, a lot of us have been eating crazy, and I know we are big fans of eating crazy food. Junk food, snacks, chips, you name it, we all do it. So today, you guys, we're going to try to give you some tips to change that into 2021.
Well, me personally, like I can't sit here and be like, oh yeah, I eat healthy. No, I don't. No.
You know, one of us eat healthy.
My major flaw is eating late at night. Like I come home from work, eat late at night, or I won't eat during the day and I'll eat late at night. That's a bad habit. So, as far as eating wise, like you have to be careful what you're eating. To be honest, me personally, I feel like we should do a whole journey going into 2021, you know, trying to change our lives, because we are trying to change our lives in every aspect that we're doing. You know, we're not getting younger, we're getting very older. And you just have to be realistic with life that's going on.
For sure, you guys. Like she said, I don't eat healthy. I love late night snacks, and I'm pretty sure you guys like late night snacks as well. And tell me right now that you're not eating some chips while you're watching this video.
Probably so. If so, I'm kind of tight, man. Give me some, but go ahead.
Make sure y'all sharing the chips. So, we will start bringing you guys day-to-day videos of us starting to do things together, as far as like healthy things, as far as like drinking right, eating right, going to the gym, just videos of us. Even Walking August is
I know me personally, I'm gonna have videos out there on health, changing yourself, you know, learning to put you first, because in life people use and abuse you, and it's crazy at times when, you know what, you just have to, you know, take 500 steps back and go distant, go goals. You know, you gotta worry about you gotta worry about self-healing. People don't understand the kindness that you have at times, you know, to help out, and it could be so strenuous and so stressful at times that you just want to help, but at the end of the day you're not helping yourself, and that has to change. Like, this world has shown that it's very wicked and it's very cruel, and you know what, it's to each his own, to be honest.
So with you saying that, do you feel like going ghost is the best option? So as far as going into 2021, letting go of the used baggage?
My thing is let go and let God. Like, me personally, I know for me, there's many flaws that I have that I want to change in myself. And I just feel like, you know what, I'd rather just work on it alone, to be honest. Like, I don't want anybody truly around me. Like, you have to fix yourself. If you want change, you have to be the change, you know? You can't have negative energy around you. You can't have people's spirits or whatever just tainting your spirit, and you want to change, you want to be better. So I feel like you just gotta, you know what, you want change, you gotta be the change first, because I feel like once you're positive and happy and peaceful inside, everything around you will just flow. Like, it would just be like a flowing of blessings just coming your way, to be honest. And I just feel like every person has to do that. Tap into their inner self and see what they don't like. Like, if you don't love yourself, nobody can love you, boo-boo. Period.
You gotta love the comments here, because
it's the honesty.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking your honesty. Don't get me wrong. What you're saying is actually factual. I think a lot of people think like how you think, but they don't know how to go about saying it. You know, how to go about feeling about it.
Like, this world is already cruel as it is. And you know what, you just gotta be honest. Like, my thing is, I be trying to protect people's feelings from what I truly want to say. And you know what, it's coming to the part where I'm just like, you know what, instead of me talking, let me just shut my mouth and just pay you no mind, because at the end of the day, you're not worth my time, you're not worth my attention. To be honest, like, you don't pay my bills, you don't do nothing. So it's just like, you're just there. And if you're not bringing positivity, if you're not bringing, you know, happiness to my life, like, you gotta go. You got to go.
The door is that way.
Like, it's just like, come on, like, me personally, like, as I say, I gotta look inside me and just, you know, change me first, and then try to change the world. Like,
that's good though.
Seriously, like, there's people out there who be feeling like they doing a good thing, and you really not. You really not. Like, you're really not. He's laughing because he knows. Like, I get so aggravated at times, because it's just like, it's hard being kind and nice to people these days. Like, you don't know what people's intentions are. And then there's at times when you do good to people and they still screw you over, and then turn around like nothing happened. Like, nothing happened. And you like, what? Am I bugging? Am I crazy?
What if you was bugging though?
Listen, then that means you invaded my peace, and you got to go. You gotta vamoose. You gotta go. Adios.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get done.
So healthy habits is just basically you healing yourself from inside.
Do you have 5 steps for the folks at home to show them the way towards healthy habits? 5 things, 5 tips you can give to them.
Always be honest. Always. The truth will set you free. And even though it may hurt whoever you have to tell, or even if it's towards you, take the truth versus any, you know, lie or half-told story or exaggerate. No. Truth. If you can't be truthful to a person, you can't be truthful to yourself, and you being boo-boo the fool. Okay? Now 2.
Wait, I thought that was 3.
No, the first one is true. Always be honest.
What was the
true?
Did you say number 1?
No, I didn't. The first one is true. Now the second one, you gotta fix the flaws within you. Don't judge anyone else. And you live in like a glass house where everybody can see all your business. Like
a glass house.
Like,
I've never heard that said before.
You gotta fix you. Like, seriously, like, if there's stuff about you you don't like your appearance, you don't like how you feel, you don't like your job, you don't like whatever it is, you gotta fix you. That's the goal. So the second one is fixing you. Did I say fixing you? Or fixing your flaws.
So number 1.
Number 1 is truth.
True.
Number 2 is fixing your flaws, fixing you.
And number 3.
Number 3, your goal should be getting out of debt. Now, where society's going now, everything is gonna be, you know, you already see, like, grown up. Remember how we had tokens?
Yes.
Don't do that like you had a thing.
Tokens.
When we were younger, there was tokens. Then it went to dollars and quarters.
You took over the bus.
Yes, in the train in New York.
Like for the game.
Oh my God, no. Now, if you look in how the world is working, everything is starting to get electronic. So you want to make sure you're out of debt, you're getting yourself together, you're being updated with society, how stuff is going on. Like, there's so many laws, there's so many regulations, there's so many new bills that's coming out, so you have to be alert. I feel like number 3 is being alert financially. You got to get yourself together.
Alert financially.
Yeah, because credit is almost everything in this country.
I think credit is something that they don't teach you as a kid. They make it seem like you don't have to worry about credit.
Like, I feel like us growing up, were you taught credit in high school?
Credit credit. The only thing I was told about credit, y'all can all hear the same thing, was you don't need a credit card. You just need to make sure you get money, because a credit card you're just gonna spend.
They caught me. They caught me when I was going to college, Capital One. Yo, lucky nasties. But I don't care.
And number 4.
You gotta give something. I don't even know. I gave 3 already.
You have a 5 party. I have my own 5 party.
Okay. Number 4. Do things that you love. That should be something. Like, me personally, like, I'm kind of upset that Corona happened and now the vaccine is out, and yeah, so it's gonna be kind of hard to travel. So
I don't know what that force of air was.
I'm not saying nothing about the vaccine because, but do things you love. I feel like passions that I like is, you know, singing. I actually want to go back and learn the piano. Do a hobby. Find something to do. Be productive. Like, I hate people who just sit around all day and do nothing, and you complain. You ain't doing nothing. Like, come on. Life is not about that. Like, life is about living your life to the fullest. Like, me personally, anything I can do that's still acceptable to God, I'm out. I'm having fun. I'm chilling. Now, at times, yes, I'm a homebody. I love being at a house, but live your life and do whatever you love. That's number 4.
And the last one.
Number 5. I don't even know.
Wait, I thought you got 10. You got 5
Whoa.
more.
Number 5.
One.
What good advice can I give to someone?
I can help you out.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm stuck. I already gave 4.
Number 5 is be kind. Like, be kind. Like, you never know who or what. Sometimes people just need kindness for that day. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people have going through their mind. And you might make a difference just by just saying hello. Whether it's hello, how you doing, how was your day, you may have affected that person. So be kind, because you never know what can happen to you with God's favor. You know? Like, things happen. People don't believe in that. Like, everybody's just trying to be so mean. Me as a New Yorker, people always say New Yorkers are so mean. And I'm nice. I'll give my money to the next person that needs it. But we have a bad rep because,
nice to a certain extent.
I mean, being nice to a certain extent, but you can't put a cap on kindness. You feel me? You can't put
you gotta be loving and kind, and you always gotta remember, karma hits. Trust and believe. So all the dirt you did to somebody is gonna hit you when you least expect it. And you gonna get hit bad.
Karma is the female cousin of bad decisions. And karma does come for you too. Like, it's I feel like I kind of agree with being kind and loving. I actually had to sit down and think, like, okay, Danielle, you have a shelter over your head, you're working, you're in school. Facts.
A lot of people don't have that. Nope. There's a lot of people, we drive in Virginia and you see them homeless, and it's I really be feeling bad. So one thing I decided to do now, instead of, you know, splurging on myself, why don't you help somebody who's in need? Like, there's a lot of people, what were we just watching? Undercover Boss?
Yeah, man.
Undercover Boss and stuff like that, and Mr. Beast on YouTube. Shout out to Mr. Beast. Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Beast.
You the GoPro. But you're learning to see how kindness goes a long way. You're helping someone and you truly don't know, as you said, what they're going through. Like, me personally, all the people I was cool with or friends or whatever, nobody knew I was going through my toughest times. Right. Like, and it's crazy because people will say they're in your corner and they're talking to you and whatever and the third, and they don't truly know what's going on. Like, people are really going through battles within themselves or within whatever they're going through. And a simple, hi, a simple have a good day, love, or, just something like just anything would be, just sweet and kind to a person. And I just feel like that should be number one.
So we're gonna shuffle those around.
Yeah.
So what was number 1 is currently number 5, and what was number 5 is currently number 1, which is kindness.
Yeah, always be kind, always be loving. Like if you learn to love yourself, if you learn to love yourself, and then you start pushing out positivity and love out there, shut up. If you keep pushing that out there, like I just feel like nothing but blessings is gonna happen. But if you continue to live in a nasty way, like I don't mean like freaky nasty, but being mean, not caring, like treating people like they're nothing. This world right now, like this is not the time and the place. Like I feel like everyone needs a hug, to be honest, because y'all people be he be dragging it. But I just be feeling like people need a hug out there, like seriously, like, or just be like, are you okay, or something like that. But going into
I'm sorry, we're having tongue-tied moments. I'd say lemon 3 times.
Going into 2021, I just feel like you gotta just be the best you can be. But what's your 5?
That was the best quote. Sound like that. Be all you can be, like the Tide commercial. Now we Frosted Flakes. 5 things that I want to. 5 tips from me to the men out there. We gotta start believing, man. Let me tell you something, yo. We gotta start believing more in him. What I found out is that it's harder for some men
believing more in him.
Like God, like more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe.
I was just asking because
So
I'm like, who is him?
Anywho,
who is him?
Him.
You say G. Oh,
we both got footballs on our head.
So what? But go ahead, continue.
Anyway, we need to get more faith into God, because men is the hardest. It's hard. Our attention spans are like these. Would you say that our attention spans are like this? You see, she humming because I'm telling the truth. Even me, as a I'm 28 years old. 28.
He's turning 30, y'all. Don't let him lie to you. Don't let him lie to you. Why are you walking away, old man? Get back up there.
My foot cream. I gotta get my foot cream. I'm actually 29, y'all. About to be 30, the greatest number ever. Yeah, man, we gotta start working more in faith. I mean, like I said, I'm 29 years old and I'm still learning how to walk in faith. And like I said, it's not easy. Don't get me wrong. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's not something that you're going to do right then and there. But you have to train yourself to want to do it. You know,
like a sort of discipline.
Yeah, so you gotta discipline yourself, because if you don't, you're not showing him that you're willing to put forth the effort to understand him, because he has things that you can understand. These books are for you to understand from his word. So walking more in faith with God. That's one tip. Number 1. Number 2, get it together. Get it together. We gotta get it together. It's us. We need to help get it together. We're the glue that binds this thing. Like, we need to get
binds
together.
What thing?
We're the fist. We're the glue that binds the bonds together. Like,
what bonds? What are you talking about?
I was having a moment.
No, you're talking about unification. So what
do you know? That's what I meant. Unification. You knew the word.
No, but what are you talking about? What are you talking about as far as unifying? Like, get it together. Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, let me elaborate.
Elaborate.
Let me elaborate some. That was a good question. Like, what I mean by unification, I mean like with men and their children, with their wives, with their family members. You got to understand that we play an important role as men. You know what I mean? But we've kind of forgotten that role, and we need to get back into remembering the role that we play, like being more providers and more protectors and being more stern. And it's not saying you got to go out there and hurt somebody to be protective. You know what I mean? Like, start teaching these young men and all this stuff, because we're great teachers. We're just not great listeners. We're great teachers. We can teach, but when it comes to listening, we don't. And we need to start teaching people more things, like being more active with these people, with younger people.
But you gotta remember, our generation is totally different from generation today. So how we grew up, majority of the people that grew up after us really don't have the certain standards like we do. Okay. And I don't mean like standards, I just mean like we're old fashioned. Yeah, like everybody, you know, every generation is different from every generation. And I just feel like everybody who's born in the early 90s, you just, I don't know, you still have that work hard and get what you gotta get type mentality.
That's because it was burnt into our brain.
Like I grew up when dial-up was out. Like, I know y'all remember dial-up. The struggle.
Remember AIM and MySpace?
Skonetics.
Oh, yo.
Like, whew.
What was that, 2? LEA 2?
Yeah, you only
They're not as good. It's hard to compete with your 5.
I was thinking on
number 3. I have another one for number 3 that really is a kind of like a hindrance to what you said a little bit. More like getting to know yourself. Like, you gotta get to know who you are. What is your position in life?
What's your passion?
Yeah, like that. What do you play? Like, in life, there's a position, just like basketball, and I'm gonna relate to basketball, football, and sports, because it's like sports. Everybody has a position. How you play your position is how the game and the world affects it, depending on your position. So we got to start playing our position as far as like getting to know who we are. That doesn't mean that you're sensitive as a man, but getting to understand who you are as a person, digging deep to figure out those things. Something like what you said is like, some people need to find themselves first before they start judging. You know, a lot of people judge and they pass judgment on people, but they don't stop and go, hey, look at myself real quick. So that's another thing. That's number 3. Number 4, and this is important. You need to write this down. Loyalty. You gotta practice your loyalty, folks. Like, loyalty is not just somebody who's there for you through all the stuff. It's loyalty to somebody who's been through all the stuff, through the dirt, through the grind, through the bad times, the good times. That's loyalty. Somebody who's been there with you because of that short moment, that doesn't show loyalty. That just shows loyalty in that moment. But someone who's been down like the nitty gritty, like, for example, when I stabbed my hand, she was right there. She's right there. Immediately. And then, yeah, she was right there. She was right there. She was kind of tired though. She was asleep. But she was there in spirit, right? She was kind of asleep. But yeah, man, loyalty, and I kind of want to add respect into that too. Like, loyalty.
A lot of people don't know what respect is.
Loyalty and respect. Like, don't be there for the moment. Be there for the long run. You know what I mean? Like, don't be loyal for just that moment because you're trying to get a come up. Be loyal because you want to be loyal to that person.
And also, I want to add to that with respect and loyalty. Be humble. Learn to be humble. Like, is it really that hard not to be humble? Like, my thing is, there's a lot of people out there who feel the need to just show off and brag. Like, shut up. Nobody cares. Like, you really gotta help the next person. There's many of you probably who don't, believe in God or whatever in the third is, but it's basically you just helping your neighbor, loving your neighbor. Some people, I know me personally, if I do something out of the kindness of my heart, I'm doing it because I care.
But you're still doing it out of the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, but if I wasn't the type of person to help, or if I wasn't the type of person to say something to you, it'd just be like, I don't care,
Right.
And I just feel like people need to learn to be humble. Me personally, I'm day by day learning to be more and more humble, because you have to understand the true meaning of life, and you have to understand that life hits people differently.
Exactly.
And you don't know what somebody's going through. People feel the need to express how they feel and all that in the dirt. And it's just like, bro, if I would have told you how I truly felt, you wouldn't like me.
Right.
But you have to learn to keep that in and find ways to just, you know, suppress it and get it out, because at the end of the day, you going off, you getting upset is not the way to go. That's the next thing. Don't be upset. Don't be angry. Don't hold grudges. Nobody got time for that. Like,
we don't have time.
Forgive and forget. Move on. If you feel like you can't be in that situation no more, you feel like you can't be around that person no more, you feel like anything, just separate yourself and do what you gotta do. That's it. Like, I don't know.
And
Life
the last
is crazy.
And the last but not least, that was a good point though. I definitely want to say that's a good point. A lot of people forget the basic things. You know what I mean? The basic
that we take for granted.
Yeah, like you gotta think about it. The basic functions of life, we forgotten. And it's not just, I'm not saying it to say just pointing the finger, like me myself, like the basic functions of life we forgotten. Reason why is because we're always trying to prove something to the next person, even our own people. You know what I mean? We're just trying to be yourself. If you are who you are, be it. Like, and that's another thing I want to say. Number 5, and the last thing is be yourself, man. If you're a weirdo, be a weirdo. If you like collecting stamps, collect stamps. If you like walking outside to give pigeons some bread, do that. You can't be nothing wrong with that. Like, if you like stamps and at home when you get to the corner store, you like the liquor stamp you put in your book, hey, I want to be a stamp collector.
I don't knock nobody's, uniqueness.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm a weirdo. I like to dance to songs that I hear in my head.
I like to sit down and watch HGTV. Like,
she loves HGTV.
House channels, all of that. Like, if I can draw, I would build my own house, to be honest. Like,
she builds houses in her sleep. I've seen her talk about 4 walls, brown paper, marble.
Brown paper? Oh, no.
White marble on the table. And she be talking and telling
my
me,
thing is just,
it's crazy.
I don't know, like, I feel like being different is better than following a crowd, you know?
Being different is normal. Normal is weird.
Be a leader and not a follower.
Wait.
I can't stand followers. Like, I can't stand people who are just there for the crowd, just there just to do it. Like, go about your business.
How do you want followers on YouTube?
Every individual on YouTube is their own person, and you know what? You have to do what you gotta do. This right here, we're here to give advice, and it's a journey that we have to all go through. And if you feel like you want to subscribe to the channel, I say go ahead. Like, we're just giving tips and advice of stuff that we wish we would have got when we were younger.
Word.
Like,
because it's a lot
information that we know now. I wish when I was like 19, 18, I would have been better off. Like,
19.
I wish I would have been better off. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Me personally, I like to hang out with the old people. You get to know all the information and you get to get wisdom and stuff like that. So I feel like, yeah, being different, being unique, that's where it's at. We're weird. We don't care.
I don't know about we.
Well, I'm weird. I don't care. You gotta learn to love yourself, period.
I am regular.
If you think so.
I don't think so at all.
If you think so.
So you guys, that's it for today. We have part 2 coming tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. But we're gonna actually do it from the beginning, early morning once we get up. I'm gonna get us on a video. We're gonna get you what's going on. Anything else you want to say to close out?
You guys, do this. I feel like when you write what's in your head and you get it on paper, I feel like it's more of a visual type of thing where you can, get yourself together and stuff like that. Put that down. Nobody want to see your questions.
No, it's on questions. It's on blank. It's on blank.
Why are you showing them a blank paper?
No, I want them to see, like, it all starts with a kid.
Anyways, write on a piece of paper your ideas of what you want to do so they don't come out. So even if you're talking to somebody and they distract you, like this one, with what you're trying to say, because now I forgot. Just write your ideas down so that you know what, you can make a plan. And I say, anything you do, take baby steps. It's gonna be hard. I'm telling you, we're in the process of changing right now, and it's very hard. Mm-hmm. There's some sacrifices that you have to deal with. To be honest, you gotta compromise. You gotta be more loving, be more kind, be more patient, listen more. It's on my part, it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a lot. So I don't know. Going into 2021, just be you, be different, be against what the world is. Because you know what? The world right now,
scary place.
It's very scary. It's very and you. Oh my God.
She's so lost for words. She just the noises. Love it. Because when you lost for words, you don't know what to say. You just gotta the noises. But we're gonna challenge you guys today. Here's our challenge for y'all. Go home. If you're at home, get a piece of paper. Write down everything that you think that you need to change for 2020. Whether it's good or bad, it could be the most silliest things ever. Write it down. Like she said, writing it down. Some people might need to write it down. Looking at it or thinking it might help somebody else. Some people could think it and they can go through it in their head. Like she's a thinker. She can give you 40 thoughts if she wanted to.
But I'll end up in a headache because I'll be in deep thinking. That's how crazy I'll sit there and I'll analyze stuff. No. Write it down so you can figure out what do you want to do. Set a goal and do what you got to do. But remember to do it in baby steps because you don't want to overwhelm yourself.
She's the Stephen A. Smith of life. No, Stephen A. Smith good at basketball. She's the Stephen A. Smith of getting everything.
It's a learning process. I'm still learning. You learn every day. It's all about patience.
That's what I think people are afraid of, is to learn. I think people are afraid to learn.
But why wouldn't you? Knowledge is power. And I feel knowledge is power.
One more time. Say it with some force.
Knowledge is power.
That was the right force. Knowledge is power. You saw auto-tune. Knowledge is power.
I just feel like you guys just be yourselves, you know. It's a lot going on. My head is just all over the place because I'm just thinking of the news and articles and just everything going on. You just live your life. Let's try to go into 2021 on a positive note. More loving, more kindness. Just try to do better, to be honest. You have nothing to say?
I do have something to say. I was just making dramatic effect. Bring that camera here on me right now. Stay frosty out there, folks. That's all I had to say. You guys, thank you for watching. I thought I had something to say. Right there. It's right there in the moment.
It's hard to do videos with this guy, y'all.
If you guys like our video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you don't like it, thumbs down.
Yeah.
It's okay. We still gonna post videos anyway. And if you want to subscribe, hit the click button, the notification button down below.
I don't think there's nothing else to say.
And on that note,
later, you guys have a blessed night, and I wish and I hope and I pray that everything will, go in your favor, you guys. Go to 21 with a loving soul or a loving vibe. I don't even know what to call it.
A loving moment with yourself. But when you say it, you gotta look at the camera and give soul eyes when you say it. We're here. But I feel like today, guys, we're gonna give you guys. We're just gonna end it in prayer, if y'all don't mind. We're just gonna end it in a prayer for you guys, just to give good faith to you guys, so you know that you still watching. And don't get me wrong, I'm gonna give the prayer this time. And I feel like this is what we're gonna do. Make it a traditional thing every time we end the video. Is to give a prayer showing our thankfulness to Him, because without Him it would be no us.
Why do you keep saying Him? Just say God. What is the
God.
matter?
I was just using it as like a.
You keep saying Him like who is Him?
They know who Him is. God.
No,
God.
they don't
God.
know who He is.
G-O-D. The Alpha, the Omega.
We gotta hold hands to pray? Close my eyes. We black. Let's go.
Now bow your head and close your eyes. Heavenly Father, we'd like to thank you for the gifts and everything that you have given us. We'd like to thank you for letting us live another day. We walk in your faith, Lord, and without you, there will be nothing to this life. We ask that you watch over our friends and our family and the people who are watching us on YouTube, that everyone is safe. COVID-19 is taking a lot from us, but we together as a people are walking with your faith, God, because we know that you will lead us in the right direction. We want you to stop and think and take time to notice all those people without homes and all those people who are looking for homes, that they find someplace safe to be in this cold weather. We thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Y'all have a good night, y'all. Later. Peace.